Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're talking about the Act Man, who has essentially been deplatformed and demonetized on YouTube over the whole thing with Quantum TV and all the other YouTubers that were involved in it. I'm not here to defend or condemn anybody in this thing, and there's a reason for that. YouTube, in my opinion, when it comes to being a content creator, we're all just out here just trying to make people laugh, trying to make people have a good time, trying to create content for people to watch, to enjoy. And there is a dark side on YouTube that people enjoy and want to watch. And sometimes that can lead good content creators like the Act Man and Quantum TV and Rich and everybody else. I mean, these guys have been around for a long time, way longer than me. I've been on this platform for a year. Lead these guys into these like pretty, like, I didn't watch them. Like, I didn't watch any of them because I was just like, wow, this stuff's getting pretty bad. And I was like, my gosh, man, these guys are just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. And they don't let up. And I just don't understand. Like, come on, guys. We're trying to be creators for video games. I know, man. The console wars and everything like that. It gets everybody fired up, man. We're in a brand new console generation. I'll tell you right now. Like, I've never seen it like this before. My whole purpose to get on this channel was to promote PlayStation, to promote Xbox, to promote PC, to promote literally video games. That's what I want to do, is promote video games and have a good time and share my experiences with you. But when I see my co-creators getting into these things, it just makes me think, like, man, what would I do if one of these other big content creators started coming after me and trashing the work that I do, and just constantly, bringing me down and, sending their subscribers. And I mean, there's a couple of them that already have, but it's like, I don't care about that stuff enough to really try to do any of the back and forth stuff. But man, I look at the hard work and everything that I've put in over this last year just to get to where I'm at right now on this platform, and to have people that actually want to come and watch my content. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy. And to maintain, especially if I was to try to stop doing my real job and to do full-time YouTube, that would freak me out. That would freak me out. Like, there's no security whatsoever. Once you see what something happens to like Act Man today, 7 years of his life built into this channel, and they could just yank it at the flip of a switch. I mean, what are you supposed to say? Oh, please. I mean, like, seriously, you're just one person, on their platform, under their rules. And when you put yourself in a position that could like seriously like wreck your livelihood, I caution all YouTubers that I think there's a purge coming, man. Like, I feel like there's a purge coming. If you're into that stuff where you are going after other content creators and your sole purpose is using what other people create to build a name for yourself off of not building anything, just sitting there saying, derogatory things toward other people, man, I don't feel like let me get this straight. I know for a fact there is an audience for that stuff. There is. And I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. Like, I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. But I am saying, when it comes to a platform, YouTube is the platform. Not you. It doesn't matter what you create or how big you are. YouTube is the platform. And if you're going to make YouTube's name look bad, they're going to get rid of you. And there are, trust me, there are a lot of people that like to watch that stuff, but there are countless more that don't want to see that don't want to see the constant negativity and the constant negative stuff. That's why I really try to watch my mouth, and not swear and curse a lot, because trust me, I'm a mechanic. I've got a freaking terrible mouth at work, and that's why you always hear me filling in with words like absolutely or what's some of the other ones that I use? Definitely. I say definitely a lot now. I say all these words that I say a lot. Trust me, those are me like putting in, trying to like think about what I'm saying as I'm trying to say it, so that I'm not, because I know I got a bad potty mouth. I know I do. And that's the thing, man. Like, I appreciate other content creators out there. I do. I appreciate what Rich does. I appreciate what the Ackman does. I appreciate what Quantum TV does for his audience. That's what they do. And there are people that clearly like to watch and listen to them. So like anybody going after anybody else to try to build clout, to build a channel, like what work are you actually putting in to doing anything? Like me, I've bought the equipment to start this channel. I pay for the games. I get on here and I talk to people every single day and I try to build that relationship, that bond, that community, because I love games and I want to build a community around gaming. And it is hard. Like I get it. Like I understand the hard work that goes in, and sometimes like literally it is tough. It's hard to try to be creative every single day. Like I get that. And like just downloading somebody else's video and then making like doing something on top of it, like that doesn't take really much effort at all, and like it's just it really is bad. It's like I'm not saying that the content is bad. I'm just saying that, guys, come on, man. This is a warning to everybody that does it. If you are going to use somebody else's content that they made in a derogatory way about them, like, yeah, man, they're probably gonna do what Quantum TV is trying to do and like copyright strike everything and do all. I'm not saying that he's in the right for doing that. Like, I'm not saying that. I hope you understand that. I'm not taking his side and I'm not taking Ackman's side. I'm not taking any of their sides. I'm just giving you my thoughts on this. Like, I've watched some of Ackman's stuff. I don't think his content is bad by any means, and I don't think that YouTube should pull him. Like, I don't think they should do that. I think that he serves a purpose and has an amazing community that loves and cares about his content. Same with Quantum TV. Same with Rich Review Tech USA. Like, every single one of these guys, they've built a community. But then we have these other guys on the YouTube too, that's what their channels are just created about, just 100%. Like I know that Rich does other stuff because I watch Rich. I know that Ackman does other stuff because I watch Ackman. I watch what these guys. I've watched Quantum TV before, like when I was getting ready to go buy a TV or something, like I watch, like everybody, a lot of people watch these guys' content. But there are other people out there that are I don't know, man. They're building these channels that are counterproductive to what people on YouTube are trying to do. People on YouTube that are working hard to make this their platform, their living, their other stuff. These guys are working hard. Quantum TV, yes, he came out with what was it? The review for Elden Ring. I didn't necessarily agree with what he said. Like, I was like, dude, yeah, it's a hard game, but the more you play it, the better you're gonna get. Like, that's kind of just the formula for this type of game, and there is a market for it. And people just, my opinion is, people just don't understand how much they need a game like Elden Ring. Like, I just don't think they understand that. Like, I just made a video yesterday talking about like the AAA experience and stuff like that, and where I see that taking away from what gaming used to be. And then there's games like Elden Ring that are like, whoa, if every game was like Elden Ring, seriously, you would never be bored. Like, you would have, like if it was challenging and just like Elden Ring is a top tier 10 out of 10 freaking game for me. Like, I love Elden Ring. I'm in no hurry to rush through that and beat it. Like, when I want an Elden Ring, I sit down and I Elden Ring and I play for hours at a time, and I'll go and oh man, you just don't understand how great of an experience Elden Ring is. until you get over like the whole thing, like, oh man, you're just gonna you're running into a brick wall. Go explore some other area. If you can't get past there, go explore somewhere else, and you will eventually get strong enough to get past that. That's all I'm saying, and that's the beauty of Elden Ring for me, because I love open world games and I love being able to do whatever I want. But enough about that. Let's get back to this. I just wanted to give you content creators out there a warning, man, because that's kind of what I see things are happening. Like I feel like Act Man isn't going to be the first in this. I think that maybe a purge is coming for this toxic back and forth content that these guys are doing on YouTube, man. Like, you guys got into this because you love video games and you want to be creative and you want to make some money on YouTube. I get it. I understand exactly what you want to do, but my gosh, man, we need to respect each other. We do. We all need to, as content creators, need to learn to respect each other. And if somebody has, let them have their own opinion. It's perfectly okay. If Quantum TV wants to come out and say he completely doesn't like that game, that's cool. The 60,000 views that he'll get on his video, and people are going to have they're going to have one side of the story. Hey man, this game is hard. It's not good for you. I want it easy, whatever. But then you're going to have other content out there that people really love the game, like me. I'm completely the opposite of Quantum TV on the game. I 100% love Elden Ring. So you're going to have, you've got plenty of variety, and that's what people want, is variety. They want different, unique experiences. They want a different, unique opinion on something that they want to buy. You know what I mean? Like, $60 for a video game, for the average gamer my age, yeah, that's not a big deal. $70, yeah, gosh, it's still not a big deal, but it starts to sting a little bit when like gas prices go up and all of that stuff. So I understand that people need and want another opinion and different opinions, and maybe they watch my review on Elden Ring and I'm like, whoa dude, this is a glowing 10, like I love this game, and then they watch Quantum TV and he's like, no man, I hate this game. So they're like, okay, I'll wait until it goes on sale and I'll buy it for half. They're still buying the game, but they're weighing their options by being able to use that contrasting information to make a better decision. So I encourage people to give their honest takes on things, man. Like we need that. There's so much fluff out there when it comes to video games. There's so much fluff in TVs. There's so many different TVs. There's so many different monitors. There's so much product in the world right now that we need people that are going to give an honest take about how they feel about that product, so that other people can listen, so that they can go and listen to other people and find the best product for them, or the best or the best outcome. You know, like, hey man, maybe try to find someone that they align with. And that's how you build your community too, by just being honest and giving your honest take on things, man. There's no need to go out there and there really is no need to fluff everything. I've tried to be as direct and honest as I possibly can on this channel. People know that I'm excited about Xbox. I am. I like what it does for me and my investment in that ecosystem. When it comes to the games, Microsoft has more than delivered enough for me to be 100% okay with my purchase. As has PlayStation. PlayStation 5 has delivered more than enough for me to be excited about that. I'm just not as excited about the movie games as I used to, because this is the thing. This is honest. It started back with, the end of the PlayStation 4, and it was just moving forward, and I'm playing these games and I'm like, yeah, these are great. They look so great. And then it starts to get to like a little time after, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it was great, but like it wasn't. It's like the hype thing. It's like you have, it's like this thing with whatchamacallit, the honeymoon phase, because these games look so amazing on the PlayStation. They look so great. The PlayStation first party games, they come out, they look amazing. So you're like jacked up on like, whoa, this looks great. And then after the fact, like after you beat the game and you're looking at it and you're like, ooh, gosh, yeah, it was good, but I don't know if I'd want to play that again. I don't know if I'd do that again. And then like some more months go by and you're like, yeah, I still don't feel like playing that again. And more months go by and you're like, yeah, it was a great game, but... And see, that's what's happening to me. is because I am playing these PlayStation games. I'm playing them. I'm completing them in one sitting. And then there's so much time getting in between that and that game that I'm just like, yeah. And it's starting to affect me. But then I look back and I play games like Death Stranding. Man, I still remember about that game. It's still vivid. I still care about like Death Stranding. It's one of those things where I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent again. It's just one of those things where I really hope that these content creators can like come together and stop doing this negativity going back and forth on each other, because I get it. It sells tickets. Yeah, there's people out there that want to buy it, man. Like there is. And oh man, I feel YouTube becoming, I've said it before. I think this place is becoming pretty toxic, man. It's pretty toxic, because I've never in my life, in 41 years, until I started this YouTube channel, did I ever care about a console war. I never cared. I would have played a video game on any console I had at the time, no matter what. Didn't even matter to me. I didn't care. I mean, when I started this channel, PlayStation 5, yeah, it's a great system and all, but man, you know, wanting to still stay in the 30 frames per second and like raising the price and all of that stuff, to me, it just felt like PlayStation was starting to get less consumer friendly, and Xbox was really starting to be like, yeah, man, we got Game Pass, we're going to do this, and we're going to upgrade your games for free. And that just felt like a value to me. That felt like an extreme value to me. And the more I think about it, and the more I invest in the Microsoft ecosystem, the more I feel like, man, I'm getting more bang for my buck with Xbox. Because yeah, the PlayStation games are great, and I play through them, and I get through them pretty quick, and then I'm like, gosh, dude, I have no desire to play that anymore. And that's just me. Like, you could be completely different. You could be a 100% person that's like, yeah, dude, I just beat freaking God of War. I'm going to play through it a second time. I'm going to play through it a third time. I'm going to play through this game so many freaking times that, like, dude, that's awesome if you can get that much gameplay out of one of those games. Like, heck yeah. And I do encourage people to try to get as much money as time and money, or time and enjoyment out of those purchases as they can. Because, yeah, dude, like, if $70 is all you got for the next 6 months, me personally, I couldn't recommend buying a PlayStation game. I couldn't recommend doing that. I'd be like, man, you better go get yourself an MMO if you're going to be like 6 months without being able to buy another video game. And because I hate it when people will buy games and then they'll take them back to GameStop, stuff like that, because it's just, man, you guys are just throwing your money away. You're throwing your money away to let some corporation make way more money off you. And I mean, I get it. There's other people out there that are looking for a deal to go buy that game cheaper. You know, I get it, man. I used to run a video game store. So, Ackman, sorry this is happening to you, bro. I really am. I've watched your stuff. I think you make good content. I really wish that YouTube would reconsider and find a better way to mitigate this, so that all parties will be happy. But my 100% recommendation to all of you guys out there, just don't make content about other creators. Don't use other people's stuff, man. Find a way to be creative on your own and make your own content. Ackman, I know you can do it. Like, I know I've seen you make your own content, bro. There's no reason you don't need it. You don't need to go and do the whole back and forth thing. I mean, like we don't all have to jump on one thing. Like, Diablo Immortal comes out, man. Diablo Immortal comes out. I mean, I'm kind of doing that right now with this too. Diablo Immortal comes out and everybody's like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, dude, just start a new TikTok challenge, bro. See who can get to the end without having to spend any money. See how far can you get on Diablo Immortal without spending any money? A new TikTok challenge, man. I mean, they were out there eating Tide Pods. There's got to be a way to stick it to the man by having people play the game without spending any money on it. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.